Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming up today. My old subscribers, thank you. And to those that are viewing for the first time or that have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. And to my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing. Please do not forget to hit on the like button. Friends, now it's Chizzy Alichi and her fellow colleague, that's Micheal Zubby. They are now at head along with each other, and this is just happening today. You can see that these are one of the top actors in Nollywood, the young actors that we have right now. That's Chizzy Alichi and Zubby Micheal are amongst them, and they are very popular. But they had a very heated argument that led to something else. Chizzy Alichi and Zubby Micheal threw punches at each other while arguing over a woman being king of boys. And it began when actor Zubby left a comment on a post saying that a woman can never be king of the boys. Then Chizzy now responded and said, a woman can be anything and whatever she wants to be. But Zubby Micheal did not take her response lightly, neither did he just wave it off and felt, okay, this is just what any woman would always want to say. Women would never want to be seen as though they are pushed aside. Generally, every woman wants that at least should be recognized, and not for the recognition, but not to be pushed aside like they don't matter. Every woman matters just as a man matters, but not that women should be pushed or sidelined in any way at all. But Zubby did not see it like this is just any normal woman, or any woman would say the same thing as Chizzy would have responded. In the light of that argument, Zubby now went back to say this to her and resulted to insults, calling her a local girl who copies the white people. He brought her husband into the matter and called Chizzy a mad person. The actress did not see that as anything of joke or anything that should be left unanswered. She didn't see it as something that should be left unanswered. She responded back on her Instagram and said this: I said what I said without insult, but because your mama no train you well, you decided to insult yourself. I will talk to your mother, not you, my darling, so she can teach you manners, local dog. You can see how they are now throwing insults at each other over this mere comment. I don't think the comment of a woman being king of the boat should have resulted to something of an insult, because this is just any woman would stand to defend her fellow women. No woman would say, okay, yes, a woman should be pushed aside. And it was just a light argument. It wasn't anything hurtful or insultive. And him saying a woman can never be king of the boys, it doesn't change how a woman should be placed. Neither does it change the position women should be given, even in the home or being as a wife or whatever positions women want to be given in any congregation or any society. Because the arguments they are now having right now that has resulted to insult should never had even come in at all. And the exact words coming from Zubby Micheal right from his Instagram page is this: I know your category, local girl, when they copy Oyibo. I will talk to your husband later, not you, darling. That's now insulted her and called her a mad person, nonsense and impudence. That's the way he responded to her. But if you read Chizzy Alichi's post, you would understand that this didn't warrant any form of insult. A woman can be anything and whatever she wants to be. What a man can do, a woman can do better. Oba has my votes. So you can see that Jesus' response wasn't anything insultive. Jesus' response is just the normal talk that every woman, even men, say this: whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. This has been a statement that has been off and on for years. It's not a word or statement that was invented by Chizzy Alichi. This shouldn't have resulted into this if only Micheal had looked at it from the normal perspective that this has been a statement that every woman always make and want to tell you that they can do things doesn't mean that they are taking over men. No, I think Micheal misunderstood the angle Chizzy Alichi was coming from. One, these are words that mothers use, both single ladies use. Women generally use this word. Whatever a man can do, a woman can do better. That has not changed the position of a man in the house being the head of the home. Neither has it changed the position of a woman being the wife in the home. And neither does this statement mean that a woman is much more better than a man. No. It's only trying to indicate that women also have strength and capabilities to do things. And it's also showing that when you least expect a woman being able to do something, that is when you would see strength, extraordinary strength will come and she will do things that you can't even imagine a woman doing. These days, you see female mechanics that are fixing cars. You see female pilots. You see female bus drivers that are driving commercial vehicles. Why are they doing that? They are not doing that just to compete with men. No, women are only doing that just to say that they are not just women that should be kept at home as housewives, that they also have strength to do things that even men are doing. And that should be a thing of applaud. A woman who is hardworking, who wants to come out there to show the world or to even let her husband know that I have the strength to do things, not being kept in the house, should also be a thing of pride for the husband, because as this woman is also working, making ends meet, she's also helping the family at the same time. A man should be proud to have a woman who is hardworking, who even does things that he is even doing. All right, let's take for instance, the car breaks down and probably the man is not strong enough and the woman is there and she's able to do it. And she goes ahead to do it. Won't the husband be proud of her? Won't he be happy? At least your wife is there helping you. You don't have to go through the stress of having to call the mechanic and then when they come, they bill you a huge amount of money. But he'll be proud of his wife that she can do something that ordinarily you feel should be done by only a man. In situations like this, it should be a thing that Zubby would have just overlooked and let go, but he went ahead to respond because Zubby was just making his own comments, and then Chizzy Alichi, on the other hand, just had to respond to what Zubby was saying. What Chizzy Alichi responded to wasn't an insult. She just responded in the light of the statement that Micheal had presented. Sometimes certain things don't even warrant all of these fights, arguments, and all throwing shades. This is just something that would have been ignored by Zubby. If he felt offended by it, he would have just ignored rather than responding, and responding with very harsh words like this, saying she's just copying the white and saying she is a mad person, was just really uncalled for. Well, I don't know, guys. What do you all think with regards to Chizzy Alichi's response? Do you think that was a harsh response? Also, Micheal's response. Do you think that it was necessary? Was it a comment that he should have even commented? Some people are saying that Micheal was actually joking, and some people are responding and saying that they don't see anything as a joke from what Micheal had responded, that he outrightly threw the first insult, and this is the same Zubby that wants to intervene in husband and wife matter. This is another response from somebody. So you can see that so many people are in the side saying that that is not a joke, that Micheal actually meant what he had said. Generally, if you go online right now, you'll find out that a lot of people are standing up for Chizzy Alichi, in the sense that her response was not hurtful, neither was it insultive. But Micheal decided that he wants to go back at her. Friends, but whatever you feel about this, you could put that down at the comment section. But weighing in on those for Zubby and those for Chizzy, you find out that a lot of people are on the side of Chizzy Alichi because it didn't really mean anything. Her response wasn't like she was getting angry at Zubby, even if she got angry at Zubby. But if you read her response, it didn't show any sign of anger, or neither did it show any sign of insult. It was just her own normal response as a woman would respond. But whatever you feel, you could also put in your own opinion regarding this unnecessary fight and quarrel. And you see, this is how this whole thing will linger. That is how when one little thing escalates into a fight, it will keep up like that from one step to the other, from one step to the other. And these are certain things that you should avoid. This is where people will just create unnecessary enmity and fight amongst themselves. You are both colleagues. And again, if Zubi really wanted to throw back at her and he was so upset, these are colleagues. You guys communicate. You guys have ways of either seeing yourselves or communicating either over the phone or something. But coming back online to hit her back with insult was just another way of creating unnecessary hatred from either fans of Chizzy and even his own fans. Some of his fans will not even be happy with him at the same time because this was just unnecessary. Instead of him even coming online to reply her with all of this insults, it would have been better if he had even either personally done that one on one or another means, not through social media. The more you come out on social media doing things like this, the more enmity you create even for your own self. Zubby Micheal will just create unnecessary enmity and fight between himself and even people that were not involved with this quarrel, because it's just between him and Chizzy Alichi. But a lot of people are not just happy with his own side of response because you went outrightly to start insulting someone for no just cause, because this statement is just a very light thing that didn't even carry any weight at all. People should not use any slightest opportunity, because looking at this response now, it seems Zubby Micheal might have been having some sort of anger over Chizzy Alichi. And then he wanted to use any slightest opportunity, because he said, make good use of every opportunity you have. But he used this opportunity to make bad use of it. From his response, saying you're always copying the white people, I know your type, local girl, and all of that. If you look at it critically, it didn't have any link with the response she gave. So it looked like probably Zubby Micheal has been having some kind of inner beef with Chizzy, or he had a particular perception about her and he needed an opportunity for him to tell her or express to her how or what he feels about her. And that is why I think he now used this opportunity to insult her outrightly without even holding back at all. Saying someone is a local girl, the person is mad, and the person likes copying white people, it's just not necessary for no reason at all. These days, a lot of people are just passing away. People should learn to make good use of every opportunity they have with their fellow human beings. Guys, we all know that recently, the rate at which people are passing away, it's alarming. You're seeing someone today, the next minute you hear the person is gone. So should you use your time that you're meant to use to communicate, have good vibes with people, and then you divert that time to insult, divert that time to hate? The rate of hatred should be reducing these days, because now you are seeing that a lot of people are losing their loved ones. A lot of people are losing family members. A lot of people are losing colleagues and friends. People should use this time to embrace each other in peace. If someone has said something hurtful to you, I think it's better you draw the person's attention. Probably some people will say certain things and they didn't mean anything hurtful, and the other person may receive it in the light of pain and anger. And if you're in that kind of a situation, call the person's attention and let the person know how upset or angered you are, or let the person know that you just insulted me and I didn't like it. Then if this person really didn't know what he or she said, or the person didn't mean to insult you, simply, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but I only said this for this reason. And the whole thing will just die there and let it go. But then you now feel the best way was to retaliate back with hurtful words and words that would push people to the wall to respond back. No, this shouldn't be the time. A lot of things are happening in the economy these days. A lot of families are mourning people. A lot of people are declaring their family members missing and calling for help. So, too many things to even have time for quarrels and fights. Some families can't even feed themselves. They are struggling so hard to make ends meet. If you sit down to start recounting things that are happening, you would not even have the time to think of insulting someone. You would not even have the time to think of fighting your fellow human being. Instead, you think of the time to either help someone in need, or you think of the time to help your family, to see how to put things in order, or how to make ends meet one way or the other. I think this is the thing people should be more concerned about. Fighting yourselves, throwing shade at each other, this is not the time for it at all. And then when someone passed away, the next thing is, oh, rest in peace, the person was this, the person was that. This is why people come out and say, don't praise me when I am 6 feet beneath the ground. Praise me when I'm still alive. And then you find out instead of people praising each other, they are throwing shades at each other and then thinking of insulting words to throw back at each other. This is the time to think of how to help each other. If you have too much, try to see how you can share with the other person next to you. Someone next to you may be suffering and don't have. These are things you should sit down to think of, and not thinking of how to fight and hate each other. There is just no time for all of this at all. Friends, please, whatever you feel about this fight between Chizzy and Zubby, you could put that down at the comment section. And from all indication, this is not anything that is a thing of play at all. Right now, actress Patience Ozoko had even gone down to pen this down, seeing this fight. She now said that, and veteran actress, that Patience Ozoko, who was in the comment section of the post, she now wrote, forgive. She is now saying that there should be forgiveness. And Zubby Micheal responded and said, we don't forgive. So you can see that it's not a thing of joke, as some people thought it was a joke between Zubby Micheal and Chizzy Alichi. You can see that he's not even taking it any lightly at all. And someone responded this after he said, we don't forgive. Someone commented and said, who needs his forgiveness? So you can see that a lot of people are not on his side at all. In all of this, the thing is, we hope that they eventually settle. And the fight started from Zubby and not Chizzy. With this insult, it came directly and first from Zubby Micheal, which a lot of people are not just even happy with him, because it was just uncalled for. Creating unnecessary fight between yourselves was just not necessary. Please, let's learn to make peace, and let's learn to live in peace with each other. Let's remember that a lot of people are going through very hard times, and now is not the time to fight or hate yourselves. That now is the time to embrace each other the more. A lot of people are losing their loved ones and family members, and once you've lost somebody, you've lost the person. You can't make amends with whatever has gone wrong. So people should please seek for ways of helping your fellow human beings that are in need, making peace with each other. I think that is what counts at the moment. Friends, thank you for coming up today. Please don't forget to hit on the like button. Also subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified each time we upload a new video. Thank you. God bless you all.